Brazil's population reached about 212 million people in July 2024, according to the Brazilian Institute of Geography and Statistics. Sao Paulo is the largest city with 11.9 million residents, followed by Rio de Janeiro with 6.7 million, Brasilia with 3 million, Fortaleza and Salvador both with 2.6 million. Brazil is home to five main racial groups, which white, multiracial, black, Asian, and indigenous. Around 47 to 49% of Brazil's population are white people. Additionally, 40 to 43% of people in Brazil are mixed race, and many of them also have European roots. No matter their ethnicity or where they live, Brazilians share a few common things, especially their love for family, food, and music. Brazil is full of lively music that has become popular around the world, like samba and bossa nova. In 2024, Brazil's economy was the 8th largest in the world by nominal GDP and the 10th largest by purchasing power. Brazil had a trade surplus of $7.03 billion, exporting $28 billion and importing $21 billion. The top exports include crude oil, iron ore, raw sugar, coffee, and soybeans.
Brazil currency has undergone several transformations due to economic challenges. The current official currency, the Brazilian real, was introduced on July 1994 as a part of the Plano Real to curb hyperinflation. It replaced the Cruzeiro Real (BRC) at an exchange rate of 2,750 BRC equal to 1 BRL under President Itamar Franco. The Central Bank of Brazil issues banknotes ranging from 2 to 200 reais, and the real is subdivided into 100 centavos. Its currency code is BRL, and as of 2024, the exchange rate is 1 USD equal to 5.92 BRL. Next, we discuss 4 key factors influencing the BRL USD exchange rate based on data from World Development Indicators, that is WDI. Based on our research and literary reviews, including a study by Brazil's central bank, we identify 4 key factors influencing the exchange rate of the Brazilian real against the US dollar. So first factors, which is broad money, or we can call it money supply. This measures the total money circulating in the economy, including cash and liquid assets. From 1993 to 2023, the highest level was 111.07% of GDP in 2023, and the lowest was 32.45% in 1995. A higher money supply typically indicates a well-calculating economy. So next, which is foreign direct investment, FDI inflow. This represents investments by foreign entities in Brazil. This peak was 5.03% of GDP in 2000, while the lowest was 0.35% in 1993, and the higher FDI inflow reflects increased competitiveness and economic strength. Now we move to the trade, which is export and import. Total trade measures Brazil's export and import performance. The highest trade level was 38.82% of GDP in 2022, and the lowest was 15.64% in 1996. Strong trade numbers signal good economic activity. Last but not least, inflation. Inflation reached a historic high of 2,075.89% in 1994 during Brazil's hyperinflation crisis. However, the introduction of the real plan in 1994 helped stabilize inflation, bringing it down to 3.20% in 1997 and keeping it low afterwards.
Based on the factors, we can use the data to identify which factor is significant in influencing the exchange rate between the Brazilian real and the United States dollar. Firstly, the descriptive statistics. We can see that the trade factor has the smallest standard deviation to its mean, indicating low variability. Meanwhile, inflation factor is the most volatile, with the highest standard deviation and range, signifying unstable economy in a certain time frame. Next is the correlation, which showcases the relationship between two variables. If the number is 1, then there is a perfect correlation, while if it is 0, then it has no correlation at all. Based on the table, broad money, foreign direct investment, and trade all have positive correlation, which means that if the three variables increase, the real will appreciate. For inflation, it has a negative correlation, which if the inflation is higher, the exchange rate will depreciate. Then, we will take a look at the multiple regression analysis. Firstly, the R-squared, which have a value of 0.761, showcasing the variability in the exchange rate by the independent variables, which are the 4 factors. Next is the coefficient table, which showcases the significance of the factors with the exchange rate. Based on the SPSS model, the independent variable will be significant if it is under 5%. From the table, we can see that broad money, trade, and inflation are the factors that are significant in affecting the exchange rate of Rial against USD. The understandardized B on the inflation is negative. The negative means that it is negatively affecting the exchange rate. Then, the analysis of variance or ANOVA. The ANOVA provides information about relationship between the dependent variable and the independent variable. Based on the data, we can see that the F value is 40.547, which means that the independent variable greatly influences the exchange rate. The P value is lower than 0.001, means that it is highly significant statistically. In conclusion, after conducting the analysis, the 4 factors earlier are now filtered to only inflation, broad money, and trade. These 3 factors are now affecting the exchange rate between the Brazilian real and the US dollar, with the inflation only having a negative impact on Brazilian's real currency appreciation. That's all from our group. Thank you.